Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Talk Music with Devo. Me, Devo. Let's pretend there's some theme music and a little talk music with Devo. Okay, yeah, I'll get to that whenever I get this going a little better. I'll get like a little title sequence and theme song, so just use your imagination for now. So, first episode, first little subject that we're going to touch on is why do we musicians need so many instruments? I guess this episode is more for the wives and the girlfriends and the parents. You already have 2 guitars. You already have 7 guitars. We need more. It's a necessity. It's not that we see this guitar and, oh, that's pretty, I want it. I mean, that happens, but it is a necessity. You get it? We need more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through my little collection just to kind of let you get to know me as a musician and what kind of instruments I have. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I need every one of these instruments. This one is my oldest one. It's a Fender 12 string. It was the first acoustic guitar that my parents bought me. I got it from Cupid Music in my hometown of Heber Springs, Arkansas, where everybody knows everybody, and I'm not gonna get into that. Little side note, guitars are gonna get bumped. It builds character, tells a story. In fact, I think this one right here got a little something right there, little scratch up there, scratch right there. It happens, okay? The thing about a 12 string is obviously there are 12 strings to them. It's going to be most of the time tuned the same, but the second strings are going to be tuned in octaves. Your high octave and your low octave. Just kind of gives a little bit more character to the sound. Just adds more to it. It does take a little bit extra effort to push down on the strings. A lot of the times it's better to tune a half step to a whole step down. It's easier on your fingers, it's easier on the guitar. Plus, I mean, who doesn't like a little half step or a whole step tuned down? I got this fancy little pick holder on the back of it. That's where I put my picks. You see it goes in. And then, oh man, I don't have a pick. Can I borrow a pick? I got you, dog. Pick. Okay, this right here, I took a little drafting and design class back in high school, and teacher had a little decal cutter. This is a 100% one-of-a-kind Devo Wevo specialty. It adds to it, you know? It's all about giving it its own personality. There are plenty of Fender 12 strings like this one, but this one is mine. This is my Gibson Les Paul Studio. I played this a lot in my high school Christian rock band Before Sundown. Maybe you've heard of us. For that type of music, this was a good guitar. The thing about the Les Paul Studios is they're cheaper. They're the affordable models. They're more for just jamming. It's fun. This has been my kind of a project guitar for me. This used to be white. What I've done to it, obviously, I've stripped off the white, changed the color of it, so you get to see the wood grain and everything. Now, I don't have my knobs on it. I've got my old hardware on it. These pickups are sweet. Seymour Duncan P rails. You can either do a single coil P90 humbucker, any combination of them. In the future, I will get what is called a Floyd Rose FRX. It is a top mount Floyd Rose. Now I can have a Floyd Rose on this Les Paul without buying a new one, drilling a whole bunch of holes, cutting a big chunk out of the guitar. And the point of this one is I'm going to use it for future recording purposes. I can essentially get any sound I want out of this guitar. This is my single most prized possession. Her name is Lorraine. I named her after my great-grandmother. She was a beautiful soul, and I miss her greatly. It's an Ovation Standard Elite LX. Ooh, fancy. It's a beautiful guitar. It sounds beautiful. It plays beautiful. The finish on it is absolutely beautiful. I love the way the inlays are inlaid. Some of them are kind of glued on top. I like that. It's a beautiful finish. I love it. This is my favorite acoustic guitar. I haven't bought another acoustic guitar since this one. If I were to buy another acoustic guitar, it would probably be a Breedlove. This is not my mandolin. It's a very good friend of mine and my old youth pastor, Aaron. He let me borrow it, and it's a lot of fun. This one's more for, of course, the bluegrassy style. The thing about a mandolin is if you can learn how to play a guitar, you can learn how to play a mandolin. It's just upside down. It's a fun little instrument that you can just pick up and kind of pluck around. You got a little idea, you want to fiddle around. If you want to fiddle around, go get a fiddle. Moving on. Y'all might recognize this one. The old bass guitar. When I got this one, my buddy Caleb came back to Arkansas. We finally had everybody we needed to form this band, Celestials. If you've ever seen us play, you've seen this guitar, you've heard it. Now, if you can't tell, bass guitar is for the bass clef, the lower end. Do I have to explain that? I love it. I love the bass. Up next, this little whacker-doodle. That's what it is. It's not even an instrument, it's just a whack-whack. This is Greg. This is my ukulele. Now, the thing about a ukulele, it is the same tuning as a guitar, tuned to the 5th fret. It's kind of like the mandolin. It's fun. Kitty? Oh, it's a kitty. I would show you the kitty, but it's not a musical instrument. This is the second ukulele I've ever owned. The first one I got in college, rode around in my friends' back seats. I would constantly play that thing. I made them so mad. It was Devon radio, all Devon, all the time. It was great. It's a fun little thing. You know, if you're just kind of hanging out, you don't want to whip out a big old guitar, you don't want to hook up an electric guitar, and just bust out the old ukulele. It's fun. It's time for the newest addition to the family. This is my Jackson, my soloist. I am not good enough for this guitar. A new guitar doesn't make you a better guitarist, but since I've gotten it, I have improved greatly because this one motivated me. It is faster, the neck is thinner, it's a very good feeling guitar, the action's a lot lower, not a lot of bells and whistles, it's just got a volume and tone knob and a switch on the bottom. It's just something that I wanted to have, mainly, you know, to have an electric guitar to play rocksmith, and to just get better as a guitarist, as a musician, and to have a faster guitar. Now that I've introduced everybody, the reason why you need all these different kinds of guitars is because they all have a different purpose. It's not just having too many toys. It's not just spending all this money on guitars. My Les Paul, that I want to be a very versatile guitar. My 2 acoustic guitars, the 6-string is just, you know, your go-to acoustic. It's a beautiful sounding guitar. I bumped my table. Everything good? Are we stable? Are we good? Okay. The 12-string is for that wider sound. You get the octaves. The Jackson is a lot faster. That's the only way I can think to describe it. It's the first Jackson I've ever owned, and I love it. It's fast. If you want to kind of a little jumpy song or just a cute little laid back song, you know, bust out the ukulele. You want to kind of slap your knee and tap your foot and take a chunk of chaw on your lip and drink some beer and go dig a ding dong, get you a mandolin. The bass guitar, it's the bass guitar. And you can be thump 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 and get some Les Claypool up in there and just really walk all over that thing. You see the kitty? That's gonna wrap up this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched this, I thank you. Like, comment, share. If you want to see something in particular, comment and we'll talk about it. We'll add it to an episode. I hope to see you next time on episode 2 of Talk Music with Devo.